Do you know that saying, hungry of eyes, where someone grabs more food than they can actually eat? There's a reason for that. In traditional Chinese medicine, the stomach channel actually starts right underneath our eyes. So we're eye-driven creatures. We see a prey, we go and get it. We see food on the table, we get it. Now, there could be a little bit of an imbalance if this is occurring all the time because we're not hunter and gatherers anymore and we don't need to collect more food than we can eat. So today, I want to talk about the earth element, and the channels and organs associated with the earth element are the spleen and stomach. The stomach channel begins right underneath the eyes and it travels all the way down the front of the body, down the anterior lateral aspect of the thigh, and it ends at our second toe. And the spleen channel begins at the big toe, runs up the inner leg and thigh, and it goes all the way into the torso and ends on the side of our rib cage. So these two channels belong to the earth element, just like the organs, spleen and stomach, belong to the earth element. Earth element is also all about nourishment, right? Because we take in nourishment through foods and liquids. That's how we see it in Chinese medicine, and that's how it is in Western way of thinking as well, right? We take in food, we drink liquids to nourish ourselves. And this we call the postnatal qi, or the qi that we gather after we were born. Because according to traditional Chinese medicine theory, we also have the type of energy that we are born with. And we call this our ancestral energy, our essence, our jing, things that we inherit from our mother and father and even our grandparents and further ancestors. So the earth element, if you think about your prototype of a person who is an earth element, they have this sing-song like voice, they're usually smiling. The sense organ that relates to the earth element is the mouth. So usually their lips and mouth are full. They're maybe a little bit of a girthier build. Think of someone who is just very nourishing and motherly, right? Usually those types of people have a rounder belly, right? Maybe thicker hips. And just when you think about a motherly type who takes care of her children, that is your prototypical earth element person. We have flavors associated with each of the elements. And again, if you haven't seen my other videos, check them up above. I have done the video on the metal element, water element, wood, as well as the fire. And finally, I got around to filming this earth element video. So earth is associated with this season right after summer and before fall or autumn. So that long summer or Indian summer that sometimes you'll hear about, that is the time of year when earth is at its most active, the earth element energy. Now, the directionality of the earth element, just like the rest of the elements have directionality, it's actually center. So if we think about the 5-element theory and how all of the other elements interact, Earth is really in the center of it all, right? Earth is the centerpiece, I don't want to call it the most important element, but in Chinese medicine, we look at the digestive system quite extensively when we're looking at the overall health of a person. So the digestive system, the spleen and the stomach, and that core center of our being is strongly related to the earth element. And the emotions that are associated with each of the elements are also extremely important because it tells us where the person is in their life. Are they depleted, or is there repletion or too much of that energy? So a person that maybe has their earth element a bit out of balance is constantly overthinking things, right? Think of a person that is lying in bed at night and they're just ruminating, worrying about all the things that are going to happen, all the things that already happened, and they're not necessarily in the present moment, right? Just like a mother worries about her children, and that's something that a parent can't help. So earth element is strongly associated with that overthinking, overly pensive person that ruminates a lot, right? So when you think about even animals who ruminate, right, the cows and all these big, sturdy, stocky animals, that is like the earth element, just too much going on in the mind. Now, using our mind too much can also deplete the earth element. So for instance, students, I remember when I was in graduate school and studying so much, my spleen got depleted because spleen is associated, in addition to other organs and elements, is associated with that brain function and being able to focus and concentrate and take in information and then remember that information, right? Kidneys are also involved with memory, etc. But today I'm focused really on the earth element and its features, if you will. And earth element also has a certain flavor to it. So when we're thinking about, okay, what are all these flavors that could be possibly either nourishing the element or maybe depleting it, it's the sweet taste or the sweet flavor. So a little bit of sweet actually nourishes the earth element and the spleen and the stomach. But too much sweetness can deplete the earth element and actually cause damp buildup in the body. Think about fermentation, right? Sugar ferments into alcohol after a certain amount of time. So too much of that sugary food causes dampness in our body. And then when we have that dampness, that just think like something soggy, something weighing you down, or those people that are eating to dampen their emotions, right? So we can look at that as part of our diagnostics as well. Dampening our emotions by eating sweets, right? Been there, done that, okay? However, it can be detrimental because ultimately it can cause slowed digestion, bloating, gas, heavy limbs. So if you feel like really heaviness in your limbs upon waking, maybe not fully rested, that's all associated with the earth element and the spleen and stomach function. I love the earth element. I think it is one of the most crucial elements. However, again, I'll reiterate it even in this video, we really need a balance between all 5 elements. We all have 1 or 2 most dominant elements, and you can clearly see that in people, especially if you followed the series of the 5 element videos that I've created. But the earth is really that center, that core. And the color associated with the earth element is yellow, just like the sun, right? Or the core of the earth is, and the lava, the warmth. All of that is associated with the earth. And so today I'm wearing the color yellow. And if we compare it to the chakra system, which is not always corresponding identically with the 5 elements, but the chakra of our solar plexus, of our center, of our core, is also yellow. That is our 3rd chakra. That actually corresponds with the earth element and our core and our digestive system. So there's some correlation, especially for those of you who are maybe practicing yoga or have done meditations on the chakra system or have been exposed to the chakra system in general. So that's it for the earth element, and I will see you in the next one.